Hey guys, you may know the Preamble is the first section of the Constitution.
You may have even memorized it.
But do you know what the Preamble actually means?
In this video, we'll break it down for you and help explain the true meaning of one of the most important passages of U.S. history.
We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
Okay, the Preamble starts off with the famous line, "We the people of the United States."
Now, what does that mean? Well, essentially, we are a democracy. Also, in the reading that we did, it said that we have this idea of popular sovereignty, right? Which means that not the king, not the courts, the people. The people are the ones who rule in a democratic form of government.
Okay, so right off the bat, it explains the type of governmental system that we're going to set up.
In order to form a more perfect union.
Okay, what that means is an improvement upon the confederation that we used to have under the Articles of Confederation. This was going to be a union of states that would have a lot more power together instead of just all working individually on their own. The next line is establish justice.
This means that we have a fair legal system here in the United States. We have equality under the law. We have a nation of laws, and the idea here is in our legal system, it is fair. When we get to the Bill of Rights later in the year, we'll go into this topic a little bit more. Ensure domestic tranquility.
Okay, what this phrase means is keeping peace in our country. Now, that's a little bit different from the next part of the preamble that we'll get into, but this one focuses more at home. So, for instance, keeping things stable and peaceful at home, putting down uprisings if they happen, but also trying to create conditions so that uprisings never happen, that these revolts don't happen, and that we keep the peace. Like, for instance, a modern-day police force would be under this category of keeping the peace. The next is provide for the common defense.
Defend our nation against attack. Look, our Army, our Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, Marines, our Department of Defense, Department of Homeland Security would all fall under this phrase.
Okay, so as opposed to the last one, which was more about domestic issues, this is more against foreign invasion.
Correct.
Promote the general welfare.
Support people's well-being. This could come in a variety of laws that are passed by Congress. It could involve anything regarding something as more recent as healthcare would probably be a good example right now in terms of what Congress would want to pass regarding healthcare across the country and supporting the general welfare of all people here in the U.S. Certainly there's another side to that debate, but you could argue within that that is promoting the overall well-being of the country.
Yeah, this is one of the most important, but also one of the most contentious parts of our government is how much should the government do to promote the general welfare versus stepping back and letting civil society take care of some of these things.
And secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity.
Okay, what that means is that freedoms exist now when it was written and will into the future. So trying to establish this idea that this isn't just temporary, that these ideals, that these liberties and freedoms that we have will last throughout the existence of our nation. Okay, the last part is do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
And then this last phrase means the people created and agreed to this new government. How did they provide their consent? Well, through the ratification process of the Article 7 of the U.S. Constitution, which required 9 out of 13 to ratify the Constitution.
All right, guys, I hope that helps. That's breaking down the preamble. See you next video.